In an 11th hour decision, which is not unrelated to all of this, Prime Minister John Campbell says he will not be going to Waitangi this year. Of course, they wanted to talk to him about the TPPA at Te Tii, the Lower Marae. The Prime Minister's office says it's had no response to its letter sent to trustees at Te Tii earlier today. Not quite sure what's going on here. To clarify it, let's ask the best person, Maori Issues Correspondent Mihingarangi Forbes, who is joining us live from Waitangi. Mihi, what is happening?
Kia ora, John. I'm joined by Matua Hari Dagavul, who's a trustee here at Te Tii Marae, and just a short time ago I was actually standing with them when they were told that the Prime Minister had announced that he would not be coming to Waitangi. There has been an issue with sending an email, and you can appreciate up here sometimes there's not a lot of service, so that might have been it. Let's talk to Matua Hari. I guess, are you disappointed with his decision?
Well, I think it was the decision first of Ngāpuhi that he shouldn't come. That was overturned, and once you overturn some decision, then in fact you should fulfil the obligations for him to come, based on our kawa only. For me and my kaumātua, my fellow kaumātua, Kingi Taurua, if he were to come, we're leaders here, and our job would be to ensure that his politics, certainly in the House, he can express what they are. But in terms of what the extent of those politics are, in our leadership role, we believe that all the nation should have be exposed to it as well. But in this case here, we're not about exclusive, or exclusive. We want to be inclusive of everyone here. There's going to be a lot of people here today. There'll be a lot of people from the march coming here. And to just simply come here and have what he wants to have, perhaps, and tell us what he thinks the kawa is, kore whakai.
So I guess what the Prime Minister's office is saying is that he got back to the Marae trustees and he didn't hear back from them. What happened?
Oh, I think that's wrong, because the Marae trustees did meet. They've tried to get through a message to him. It hasn't gone through. But in terms of what they have said is that they will come, and the conditions were that certainly he carries the mantle of politics. He will be able to express that. We will have the last right of reply, and our reply will be to answer that, but by the same token, give an expression of our people being here, having the same opportunity.
So you wanted him not to have the political speech or the response to the TPP in the wharenui behind us, which is a very old wharenui. You wanted him rather to go to a speaking tent where thousands of people could be. Is that a precedent, or have other Prime Ministers gone and spoke there?
Well, no, we've had... For John Campbell is probably ignorant of his peers. Back in the fiscal envelope days, and when I was the Maori Vice President of the National Party, for 2 years I brought Jenny Shipley here. The Honourable Jim Bolger was here. Those days were very, very days of angst and political quagmire. But at the end of the day, they believed, to respect the House, that they would be whakataut, we'd bring them in our house, we'd give them the blessings of Ngāpuhi, and then they were guided to the tent, and there the discussion took place.
Would you have expected the Minister of Māori Development, Te Ururo Flavel, to have been part of these negotiations or conversations, given that in the past Māori ministers have supported the Prime Minister through this period?
Well, the worst thing of all, Te Ururo Flavel's from here. He's got part of his whakapapas from here, and he should have been here. 2 is because he's the coalescing partner, Māori Party. They should have been here talking with us so that we can work through a process of how best we can do that, ensuring that our role is not about being being secretive. It's about making sure that the wider interests are there and they can hear what's being said. There are all different views.
The Prime Minister has said that the toing and froing has been Mickey Mouse. Are you upset with the name calling?
Oh yeah, that is typical of this Prime Minister. Stick to really what he needs to be doing. Be honourable. Be, in my view, a Prime Minister that can actually, engage in a proper way with the people. But if in fact he had good advisors there, they would have been talking with us back here. How do we get through such a very, very important, many of them, issues, and how can we work a way through that without trampling on the tapu of our house here, that we can still have politics as part of the day. This is a political forum.
I guess the question is, he's still coming to Waitangi, just not to Te Tii. What happens now in terms of his visit here? And you've had word that there are protesters arriving, some thousands. You'll still bring them on?
Oh yes, tomorrow we got a roll before he was going to come anyway. and I believe he should change his mind. I think he should be a man, because he came here 10 years ago with a little Maori girl. I'm sure he can't even remember her name anymore.
Aroha.
She was the Aroha, she was the other, well, he can't, I remember her. And the viewpoint was this, that if he came in, he would be honourable to Maori and to our marae. So I think he should still be honourable and come. But if he doesn't come, well, I'm not going to cry about it, neither is my taumata. The point is, what I'm saying is that he's still there, he will be going across the bridge, and irrespective of where he goes in Waitangi, for these next 24 hours or so, the protest will follow him. I'm sort of saying he should have been here, if in fact he wants to honour ngā puhi.
E te matua tēnā koutou katoa mō kōrua whakaaro kānui tēnā. Well, John, the next 24 hours will be very interesting. I know that the Prime Minister has an appointment at the museum at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so let's just see, and he's got a meeting with the Māori iwi leaders as well, so we'll have to see what happens.